Hello and welcome. I'm Kathryn Harrington, your elected chair of the Washington County Board of Commissioners, and thank you for spending time with me for this year's State of the County 2023. Washington County is a wonderful place to live and work, and that's in no small part due to the daily contributions of our employees. From public safety to street maintenance, housing to running elections, improving public health to operating our libraries, your Washington County government delivers a wide variety of vital services to meet community need every day. Our county is also on the forefront of tackling the large societal issues of affordable housing and homelessness. Our goal is nothing short of making homelessness in the region a rare and short-lived experience. I applaud Governor Kotek for taking bold action in this area, as her efforts will build on the county's existing efforts and investments. More on that later. It's also been a busy state legislative session with our talented government relations team working hard to bring attention to the many needs of our community and securing the state and federal resources required to continue to deliver the many services I highlight today. I first want to acknowledge and thank my fellow commissioners, District 1 Commissioner Nafisa Fai, District 2 Commissioner Pam Treese, District 3 Commissioner Roy Rogers, and District 4 Commissioner Jerry Willey. Along with our County Administrator Tanya Angie, County Counsel Tom Carr, and our over 2,300 county employees, we had a very successful 2022, and I look forward to our continued work of matching county resources to community need through 2023 and beyond. I also want to thank our partners, community-based organizations, our city mayors and special district managers. Together, we're committed to moving our community forward and delivering the services our shared residents need. We also must acknowledge the people on whose land we live, the Atfalati Kalapuyans, also known as the Tualatin Band of Kalapuyans, the first inhabitants of Washington County. We are grateful for the land we are on, Kalapuyan land. Signers of the Willamette Valley Treaty of 1855 were removed from their homelands to the Grand Ronde Indian Reservation. Today, their descendants are tribal members of Grand Ronde and Siletz tribes, carrying on the traditions and cultures of their ancestors. We acknowledge and express gratitude for the ancestors of this place and recognize that we are here because of the sacrifices forced upon them. In remembering these communities, we honor their legacy, their lives, and their continuation in our community. Please reflect on the role government has played in the painful colonial history, and reflect as well on the resilience and healing of the indigenous land and communities. We would like to invite everyone to collaborate and work together with the tribes to take care of the land and water and people who inhabit these spaces. Now, I'd like to review some of the accomplishments and services our county government employees provide every day to keep our community safe, strong, and resilient. We directed our Land Use and Transportation Department to continue meeting the needs of our growing community by supporting travel, mobility, and safety, livability, land stewardship, and quality of life. The team is responsible for updating our 20-year transportation plan and working with Metro and the Oregon Department of Transportation on regional transportation needs. Whether you live, work, or just travel through the county, our land use and transportation employees provide planning services, issue permits, and maintain our major roads to keep you moving. Washington County continues to improve the safety and mobility of our roads, streets, bicycle lanes, and sidewalks. Here's just a bit about their work. We have a record 101 new road projects in design or currently under construction. Our transportation planning staff has also been successful at going into the community to get your perspective on our Major Streets Transportation Improvement Program, or MSTIP. Our outreach staff partnered with community-based, culturally specific organizations to reach historically marginalized populations through many listening sessions, open houses, and public events. We continue to welcome your feedback as it guides the work of the Board of Commissioners on funding and policy decisions. Economic development is another area the board remains focused on through the work of our Economic Development Office. This team partners with organizations, including those representing businesses that have been overlooked in the past, to help small businesses thrive, especially in the ever-changing economic environment. This support includes connecting businesses with experts on how to get business development resources, training, plus access to capital and business growth opportunities. This network of organizations has successfully connected hundreds of small businesses and has helped them grow. Our businesses and economy rely on well-trained workforce. Our continued investments in Work Systems, Inc., our local workforce development partner, has given hundreds of residents access to services, training, and educational opportunities to further their careers and get better jobs. We've invested in pre-apprentice training in the construction trades, working in partnership with Portland Youth Builders and Oregon Tradeswomen. This training prepares women and non-binary individuals for careers in the skilled trades, and that's making a real difference. A recent graduate from the program shared, she had long wanted to get out of her current employment because she felt unsafe and wanted a job she could be proud of. Because of the pre-apprentice training program, she's now on her way to becoming a carpenter, and in this field where she can be a role model for her daughter. It's so wonderful to hear about successes like that demonstrate how we help people transform their lives and careers. We wish her and all other graduates success in the trades. We're also working on ways to increase access and affordability to high-speed internet. Broadband access is essential, and we want everyone from young children to older adults, from rural to urban communities, and regardless of financial means, to have access to fast and affordable internet. It requires strong, reliable internet to serve our education, economic, and healthcare needs. That's why our team is working with federal, state, and regional partners to expand broadband access and affordability, especially to rural areas and to vulnerable communities. We're also working to make it easier to connect with the county through our updated website. Our Information Technology Services Department, along with our employees across the organization, spent countless hours culminating last fall in a successful redesign of the website. When you visit our website, you'll find it more responsive, secure, flexible, and accessible. It provides improved access with translated content in the top 12 languages preferred by our residents, particularly when English is a barrier. In fact, we've had more than 1.5 million page views since the new site launched last September. I want to thank our staff and our community members who provided feedback that guided our work to improve the site. Ensuring equitable access is essential to good government. As I mentioned earlier, housing and homelessness is a top priority. Washington County is hard at work implementing the Metro Affordable Housing Bond and the Supportive Housing Services Measure. These voter-approved initiatives have enabled the county to make incredible strides in tackling affordable housing and homelessness. Governor Kotek's emergency declaration, executive orders, and new funding provide opportunities to further expand regional collaboration in the joint goal of increasing the affordable housing supply and helping people get into stable housing. We use a housing-first, trauma-informed approach to get to the root causes of homelessness. This includes multifaceted and culturally responsive programs that help individuals transition into stable, permanent housing. This comprehensive approach has delivered solid results. Since the Affordable Housing Bond was approved, we've leased up 170 new units, have 580 currently under construction, and another 117 more will start construction soon, totaling 814 apartment homes to be completed before the end of next year. We've dedicated more than 330 of these units to families with extremely low incomes, and 400 apartments are set aside for families. All of these will improve people's lives while also achieving the original goals of the voter-approved bond. Our houselessness strategy utilizes short-term housing options with emergency shelters. We have nearly 370 total shelter beds. Of those, 170 provide year-round shelter. These beds give our most vulnerable neighbors a safe place to sleep where they can connect with services and begin the journey towards long-term stable housing. We're well on our way to reach our goal to add 250 year-round shelter beds to meet the diverse needs of our most vulnerable community members. With the newly approved Shelter Capital Fund, we will soon exceed that goal. We just awarded $10 million to community-based organizations to preserve and develop another 315 shelter beds at 7 different locations. This is game-changing investment that allows us to better serve individuals, couples, and families with children. Having a temporary roof over your head is just the first step. Providing wraparound services is critical to helping individuals with their needs, connecting them with resources that can lead to long-term affordable housing. With the Supportive Housing Services measure, along with federal funds, we've delivered tremendous resources to help tackle the complexity of homelessness. Our first permanent supportive housing project is now opening at the former Aloha Inn, providing 54 homes with on-site wraparound services. This is an example of leveraging community assets to preserve affordable housing options and create opportunities. With the renovation from hotel to long-term affordable housing complete, we're now engaged in a community process to name the building. Through all our programs, we've been able to house nearly 1,300 people. That's progress, but we still have a lot of work to do. Preserving affordable housing plays a critical role in our effort to prevent homelessness. Right now, we're investing $40 million to renovate over 300 apartments, and 200 more are in the works. These efforts will keep these homes affordable and available for generations to come. Rent assistance is another important tool we use to prevent homelessness. Our housing vouchers help around 3,800 households pay their rent and remain in their homes. These vouchers are structured to meet a variety of needs, including assisting veterans and those formerly homeless. Most of the voucher funds come from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. To further help these households, our family self-sufficiency programs pair eligible recipients with financial planning assistance to help provide more tools for families to succeed. Our housing department is not the only team working to prevent homelessness. Our community development department is too. These efforts include administering $20 million in emergency rent assistance, which helped over 2,600 extremely low-income residents stay in their homes. Community Development Federal Block Grants also provide a variety of services to over 4,600 individuals from low and moderate income to make home improvements, renovations, plus infrastructure upgrades for older adults and people with disabilities. This is yet another tool in the toolbox to keep people housed. As we provide more shelter beds, affordable housing options, supportive services, and work to keep people in their homes, we are better positioned to manage unsanctioned camping. As you can see, solving homelessness and affordable housing takes a collaborative and comprehensive approach. I want to thank our housing and community development departments, as well as the many regional and state partners. Together, we're making a difference throughout our Washington County community. So many of the services the county provides ties to houselessness, especially behavioral health. Our Health and Human Services Department sees mental health crises play out every day. I'm proud that we've developed innovative programs in response. Our mental health response teams, the Hawthorne Walk-In Center, plus mobile crisis units focus on responding to urgent mental health needs and work to de-escalate situations and get more people help. We're also on track to open the Center for Addictions Triage and Treatment next year and into early 2025. With mental health needs stretched beyond our resources, I'm calling on state and federal legislators for significant investments to create more capacity for treatment and coordination of care. More resources mean that we can better respond and improve health and safety for all. HHS also delivers other valuable work. It acts as the local public health authority, providing a variety of services, from vaccines and testing to coordinating disease response. Our public health workers keep our communities healthy. This department also does work we don't always think about, like solid waste management, food support for families in need, operating an animal shelter, and providing specialized services to older adults and veterans. Our team is always thinking about how to keep our community clean, safe, and cared for. Our family food support programs helped 8,700 families gain access to healthy food through our Women, Infants, and Children's program. This program results in nearly $5 million of federal funds that support local stores and farmers markets. We helped nearly 2,000 veterans get the benefits they deserve, which delivered roughly $5.5 million in retroactive benefits. Our solid waste team launched a new program called Recycle Plus in suburban neighborhoods that are outside of our cities that greatly expands your recycling services. They also innovated a program that lowered garbage and recycling bills by about 75% for low-income residents. Another crucial area of our work is delivering public safety services. One essential element to keeping our community safe is our Juvenile Services Department. It provides critical help to our justice-involved young people and their families through accountability and restorative programs. Our experts implement best practices to minimize delinquency and repeat offenses. Our team has had several accomplishments over the last year, including working with 897 youth, supervising 166 youth through the completion of nearly 2,400 hours of community service, and maintaining repeat offense rates under 25%. Let me share one person's journey. While doing court-ordered community service at Working Theory Farm, he became passionate about food production and was later hired by the farm. He now works with other youth who were there to complete their community service. He's a productive member of our community while helping others. We're also removing barriers to employment and housing for those with past adolescent records. Under a new law, we're expunging the records of 400 individuals to protect them from the negative effects of having a criminal record follow them through their adult lives. This change helps them get jobs and make it easier to rent a home, all while contributing to the community. We also help keep our community safe through the work of the Community Corrections Department, providing supervision for adults on probation, parole, or serving a sentence in the Minimum Security Community Corrections Center. Our center is one of only 4 in the state. In addition to supervising 3,600 justice-involved individuals, the department also serves criminal victims and families in their recovery from criminal harm. This team applies proven strategies and best practices to reduce repeat offenses and help promote community safety. It is initiating a culturally specific program for Black individuals under supervision. This specialized work will be managed by a Black parole officer and supervisor, who each volunteered for the assignment. This initiative program focuses on improving outcomes as we apply an equity lens to better serve our community. Another way we lead with equity is through the cornerstone services of the Washington County Cooperative Library Service. We support 16 library branches while evolving our services to meet the ever-changing needs of our growing residential community. Our community clearly loves libraries. Nearly 400,000 residents have library cards, which represents nearly 2/3 of our population. The library helps our community learn while creating a welcoming environment. In our ongoing commitment to improve equitable access, we're expanding our Spanish language collection by 59% and increasing the number of books and materials in the 5 most used languages in the community. Speaking of libraries, the Washington County Law Library provides access to legal information and research assistance at our downtown location 5 days a week. In-person assistance is also available once a month on a walk-in basis at the Beaverton Main Library and the Tigard Public Library. The librarian can help navigate these resources and other online research tools unique to the law library. While they cannot offer legal advice, they can refer people to agencies or organizations that might be able to help. Another area of countywide services we provide is through our Assessment and Taxation Department, which provides services such as property tax assessments for every property, which includes 62 taxing districts, nearly 200,000 properties, 22,000 business properties, and 6,600 manufactured structures. This encompasses residential, commercial, retail, industrial, and educational facilities. We also collect and remit property taxes for all 13 cities and service districts across the county. The department also delivers other vital services, including issuing marriage licenses and passports, and run our elections. You can be proud that this team delivers a high degree of professionalism and transparency that has resulted in consistent and verifiably accurate elections. We are thankful for the critical work by Assessment and Taxation that is essential for a thriving society. Another role of your elected board is serving as the board of directors for Clean Water Services, our regional water resources utility that provides exceptional service to its more than 600,000 customers. CWS operates under some of the most stringent water quality standards and uses some of the most innovative management techniques in the nation as it protects the Tualatin River. These standards are set in a first-of-its-kind, watershed-based, National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permit that is issued by the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality. CWS meets the needs of our growing community while also adapting to a changing climate. This includes expanding water reuse, cooling the Tualatin River naturally with more shade trees, and by releasing cool water into the river from Hag Lake during summer months. I'm particularly proud of their work to develop one of the largest water reuse programs in Oregon. Each year, our water resource recovery facilities clean more than 24 billion gallons of water to near drinking water standards. Most of that water is released back into the Tualatin River. The rest of the cleaned water, more than 64 million gallons, is reused for irrigation each year, providing a dependable water supply resource. As our population grows, industry and business expand, and as we anticipate the impacts of climate change, extending water reuse will play a vital role in meeting our future needs. We're so appreciative of the work CWS has done, but we're not alone. Their dedication, innovation, and quality work are recognized across the globe. The National Association of Clean Water Agencies designated CWS as one of the leading utilities of the world. That same organization recognized them as a 2022 Utility of the Future and awarded its peak performance in wastewater treatment. To the over 400 employees of CWS, thank you for your amazing work. As you can see, Washington County is an organization that's always evolving and improving how we deliver for you. To ensure that our services remain relevant and equitable, we're starting the process of developing a new strategic plan for the first time in 30 years. We're grateful for the participation and leadership of our Advisory Council on Racial Equity to ensure we focus on our historically underserved residents and that they're involved and engaged every step of the way. Looking ahead, we're facing some budget challenges, and starting May 8th, the Budget Committee will begin meeting to review the proposed budget for the next fiscal year. You can provide your feedback as the budget moves forward. On the screen, you can see some of the upcoming meeting dates where you can weigh in. As I wrap up, I hope you see the significant value of county services. And as we look ahead, we have a lot of exciting progress and milestones. We're expanding the number of affordable housing options, shelters, and wraparound services we provide. We're kicking off our strategic planning process and so much more. To improve our work, we hope you'll share your thoughts and feedback. There are so many ways to get involved. Join us at a board meeting, town hall, or consider joining a county board or commission. You can also give feedback anytime via our website at washingtoncountyor.gov. We're dedicated to keeping our community a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Thank you for listening.